Hey.
Super enthusiasm.
Yup.
Welcome to the first ever video podcast of the Nerd After Dark podcast. I guess it's not the first video podcast. Ever.
Is it? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Anyway, so welcome if you've never heard us before, because we get about 30 listeners a week or so. So, you know,
Famous.
everyone who's seeing us should be fairly new. So we're going to talk a lot today about, big news and small news. We're probably going to hit a lot on Gamergate. All of us have spent many hours, except for Jay, researching the topic and trying to get prepared for a discussion on it. In Jay's defense, I didn't tell him that we were going to be discussing it, but that's
or that this was going to be on video, asshole.
Yeah, well, you had a change of clothes. What's your problem?
Yeah,
I
whatever.
don't tell anyone anything.
Yeah, whatever, fine.
Everyone should know that when they're involved with a project with me, that you're just along for the ride, and I'm going to do whatever I want anyway.
Gotta be spontaneous.
Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't tell Josh until he showed up.
It's true. God damn.
Yeah. Apologize for any background noise. I've made the best set that I can from my cousin's furniture in his living room, so enjoy our beautiful logo, currently featuring stripes, but not usually. So, you guys just want to dive right into Gamergate, or you want to discuss other stuff first?
Gamergate. Get that shit out of the way first. That shit's confusing.
Start with dessert.
It's going to be a long discussion. But do you guys want to go ahead and we'll just do like a roundtable on what we got as what were the origins of Gamergate? What started the Gamergate movement?
Zoe Quinn slutting it up.
I think that was the beginning. If I'm not mistaken, that was the beginning, or it was an article that came out talking about the people colluding, different, journalists, colluding to give games positive reviews in exchange for money and stuff like that. And then from the report I was watching, there were like 10 different, journalists that released articles on the same day saying that gamers are dead.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
so, I mean, how could they all have come up with the same, phrasing, and they all reference each other in their articles and link to each other in their articles without colluding to basically write a PR statement without calling it a PR statement? Because from what I understand, they're all part of a bigger group in the gaming journalism industry that gets preferential treatment. They get games early. They get taken out to places by PR people from the industry. I mean, that's not a new thing.
No.
That kind of shit happens all the time. And
Happens in many industries, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a new thing. That's something that's been going on for years. It's just like, for some reason people thought that it didn't happen. I don't really know. Cause I remember when people would talk about it on the, about XPlay. XPlay was they were like, oh, good job doing that review that you were obviously paid for. Anything that got a good score, they were accused of being paid off. And that still seems to be the case, because while it's not 100% clear as to who gets paid for what, it's still just, you give it a good review, you obviously got paid for it, because people are just bitter assholes like that.
Well, I think it's dumb, because I know when I want a game, I do watch reviews, but you can't always trust whoever is playing or whoever is telling the game. You can't. I mean, that's with any item. You know, even with movies, cars, anything. But, I mean, with this, there's being paid off. There's so many people who do Let's Plays that the game company will actually come, hey, we're going to give you money. We want you to play this game. And majority of the time, we don't know. There are a few people who do Let's Plays that will say, this company is paying me. And some of them, very few, will actually say what's in their contract.
Yeah.
Very few. Like, for instance, the recent one I heard, it was Boogie 2988. He did Shadows of Mordor. Warner Brothers paid him to stream footage and do gameplay for it. Now, he did tell his fans that, yeah, he signed the contract. This is a business for him. He loves his fans, but this is how he makes money for his family. And with the game itself, you could definitely see him playing it, but he said, I could have gotten out of my contract. I could have gotten out if I wanted to. There was a penalty, but, if I didn't like the game, I just would get out of my contract. I'm loyal to my fans.
What the fuck are you two doing over there?
Don't worry about
Are you
it.
guys speaking sign language? We're on camera now.
Yeah. Everyone knows what happens.
I know. There's no more pillow talk with you two.
But yeah, there's so many people online. I stream. I stream video games a lot. It's fun. Now, if, for instance, Blizzard came up to me and said, hey, we want you to do some footage for World of Warcraft. Fuck yeah. I'm going to play the game anyways. Why not?
Yeah.
Now, if I couldn't say what I wanted to, and I played the game, and I didn't like it, if there was a way for me to get out, I would. But, I think it's always there. It's always been in front of our face. This is just the first time it's come out into the public.
Yeah. I don't know, because I always, whenever I go, if I'm going to buy a game, usually it's something that I've been a fan of for a long time, or something I can get on a discount. Those are like my two main objectives in buying a game. If it's a new game or a new franchise, like, for instance, Far Cry 3. I didn't have any interest in Far Cry or Far Cry 2 because the stuff that I was watching and reading said that it was not a very good game. And when Far Cry 3 came out, everybody was talking about it. Like, it was just a buzz amongst the community. So I watched several different reviews, watched the gameplay. It looked pretty interesting. So I picked it up and I liked it a lot. But you have to be willing to do more research than what most people are willing to do, which is click on a single YouTube video from, say, IGN or Game Informer or one of those actual, quote-unquote journalists. And those can't always be trusted because you never know who's getting paid to do what, because they're not as clear as, someone who's like Boogie 2988. He is very honest with his fans about what he does, about what he's making money on and what he's not making money on.
And he doesn't care if he offends people that he's friends with in other companies. Because he did a video, what we're talking about right now. And he was like, I'm going to offend people. People are not going to like me after this, but I have to be honest.
Yeah, people like their secret little clubs where they make lots of money and don't tell anyone about what they're doing.
It's like a gaming Illuminati. They all have little Triforce tattoos on the back of their necks, and then they all get together and sacrifice small animals.
Yeah.
This is all factual information, by the way.
They smash clay pots.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's exactly how that works. And they have orgies. With
Orgies.
Zoe as the ringleader.
Jesus, dude.
Just every orifice.
Well, there was Zoe Quinn that came out. She made a game. There was a contest started by, I forget the name of the group. Did you guys read the article on the name of the
It
group?
was 4
that was doing the
letters. I don't
contest?
know.
It was something about the very young, prophets or something. I can't remember. Apologies to those people. But they had a contest where they were running basically an indie game dev contest. And then, from what I heard, Zoe Quinn basically, she and her fans flooded it and basically ruined the contest.
Yep.
And so they were about to shut it down, and then Adam Baldwin swooped in and gave them the rest of the money or whatever they needed to achieve their goal. And so that's how he got thrown into this whole mess, and everyone thinks that he's a part of Gamergate and all this, but I mean, really, he's not a major player in the game, from what I've gathered.
He's not whatsoever.
Yeah, he just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Basically, he was trying to help a good cause and got caught up in the middle of some very big shit. But she did all that, and then people didn't like her game, or someone didn't like her game, because she was getting harassed on her Twitter, and she fled her home, and then several months later, I think, was it several? No, it had to be less than a month, I guess. Brianna Wu came out and made fun of the Gamergate movement openly on her Twitter. And so she starts getting attacked. And then now it's this huge, like, sexist case. Like, now Gamergate is, it's portrayed as a sexist movement. Like, men are evil. Men need to die. We need more women in the gaming industry. From what I understand and the statistics and the infographics that I saw, females in the gaming industry is on the rise.
It's like 40, I want to say it's like in the 46%
Well,
women base.
I saw a, there was one video I watched, and I'll talk about, the guy who did it, even though I can't pronounce his name properly, but I was watching a video and he had an infograph of, Brianna Wu was on MSNBC talking about this, and they had an infographic that said 22% of women in the gaming industry. And she complained that most of that was in marketing and that there were only like a 2% of the programming base was female or something. I don't understand. She openly mocks them. They mock her back. Now it's sexist.
Well, I mean, what a lot of people are saying is they're trying to avoid the real topic of it by throwing, this is sexist. All men are pigs, beard necks. Who cares about guys? They're sexist towards women. And I mean, I've seen playing video games, all my life. I have seen how guys are like, women can't play games, whatever, They need to go in the kitchen, make me dinner, and pop out my kid.
Or you can't have your gamer tag as a picture of yourself if you're a girl, because you just get constantly harassed.
Yeah,
and it's a bad thing, and it needs to be addressed, and it needs to change, and a lot of guys are pigs, but not all of them.
Yeah, and I mean, I've met a lot of women playing video games. I have met the women who are like, they get angry because they die or something happens. So they're like, well, I gotta be better than a guy. I have to be better than all you guys. And it's like, no.
Yeah, that's the way someone we know is. I played Halo 3 with her, and she killed me. Every time she killed me, she's like, you fucking suck. You're the worst. You a piece of shit. I was like, geez, the hostility.
Yeah, but, it's just like, chill. We're in it together. We're having fun. You're just like us. Who cares about, you have a vagina, I got a penis. We're not looking at that. I'm looking at, let's kill this thing together. I need you to heal me, because I'm getting slapped around. Or I've met women who I've just chilled and talked to and vent before a raid. Or before, we played a shooter, Who cares? In video games, to me, there is no sex. If I'm in a competition against a woman, she's not a woman. She's my competitor. And I'm not going to pull anything. I'm there to destroy, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. None of us are women, so we can't really understand, I guess. But I'm just saying that I watched a video last night that kind of pissed me off. Because they were talking about, he was talking about, well, it doesn't really matter what you believe because Gamergate's evolved and it's now this sexist issue and there's nothing you can do to change it. I say nay. I say I can make it about whatever I want. It's the problem with having a movement with no leaders. And so it has no one direction. There are two big groups mixed up in Gamergate.
It's dumb.
And I don't like that someone is like, oh, well, you can't, Gamergate's not about that anymore. Gamergate's about this. And I say, fuck that. We need to speak up and make Gamergate what it's supposed to be about and shut up Brianna Wu and Zoe Quinn for their false remarks of harassment where they're like, oh, I was harassed, but she provides no proof of it.
Well, like, Zoe, Okay, cool. So you screw dudes. Whatever, normal part of life. You screw people, but on a professional level, this is the problem. This is why it happened. And for her ex-boyfriend to come out after they broke up and say all this stuff, to me, it's wrong. He should have never even came out. After the first they met and she was trying to sleep with him, he should have said something then. Not, oh, we're dating, we're happily in love. Oh, I'm going to come up with 2 articles that is talking about you, and, I'm going to post this about your game and that. No, you're not a professional in your field. You don't do that.
Yeah, and the journalist who agreed to it, he threw his integrity out the window with that. As far as I'm concerned, everything he's ever written is now false.
Yeah, and
Because he threw his integrity out the window for some tail.
I believe the company was Kotaku?
Yeah, it was Kotaku.
Yeah, it was big in Kotaku.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many people who are doing this with this company. And, I mean, just me growing up and learning business, never stick your dick in the pot. Never get involved romantically with somebody that you work with or that is involved with your work. You never, ever do that.
Yeah. Don't mix business and pleasure. It's like business 101.
I mean, all joking about cults and people being sluts aside, because I know absolutely the least about this. It's just a classic case of them trying to turn it into something that it isn't. It's obviously just corruption in journalism. And they're trying to turn it into sexism, which happens way too much nowadays.
Yeah, and I was watching another roundtable online. I forget what it was, but the only reason I watched it is because Total Biscuit was one of the members on it. But they were talking about how other industries basically have like a journalism police. It's essentially what it boils down to. And they were saying that the gaming industry needs one of those. Because not only can you not just call yourself like, I forget, there's a special term for it, and I'm sure there's going to be a journalist in the,
blogger versus journalist.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be someone who's in the journalism industry in the, comments fucking yelling at me because I don't know the term, but, basically you can't even just call yourself this. You have to be licensed to be, whatever regulates journalism. You have to be licensed to be a member of that community.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, but yeah, this, to me, like, I'd never even heard about it until you text messaged me at, was it 11, 12 last night?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I've been studying, and you told me about it. I was like, I've never heard of this, dude. And you told me about it, and I looked it up. I'm just like, it's really sad to see this in the gaming world. I mean, I understand now gaming is bigger, but I just feel like there's so much has changed in this industry. I mean, for a journalist, a guy, to be completely manipulated by a woman, which it happens even in games, if there's a female character and a person that thinks it's a girl, they will stalk that person in game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even finding, oh, this is a chick that's playing a game on Steam, I'm going to message her. I'm going to give her video games.
Yeah.
To me, people are saying, like, feminists, all this stuff. I feel like women have more power over men in this situation in gaming.
It just depends on what side of the equation you're on. If you're on the industry side, then no, the men are all the CEOs and shit. But
yeah.
On the gaming side, I think that the women can have more power than they want to, or that they have now. It's just going to take the numbers to keep growing, because when I grew up, I didn't know any female gamers. Of course, I lived in bumfuck nowhere, but
we were born in the wrong time, man. That's all it is, the wrong time.
Yeah, now the numbers are growing all the time, and there are over, what is it? Are there over like 100 million accounts on Steam now?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I want to say it's over 100 million now of accounts on Steam of all genders and races and ethnicities, and I mean, it's a melting pot now. It's not just a white male thing, because it used to just be the dorky white guys
Yep.
played games, and that's it. And the demographic is just, it's ever changing and ever evolving. It's just going to take time. I mean, there's nothing you can do about those loudmouth fucking trolls that do nothing but hide behind a username, and their name is Death to Brianna on Twitter, and they send her messages about how they're going to kill her, and they hope that she had a good last thought because she's about to die. And she had to cancel a talk at a university because the threats were so bad, and they wouldn't
allow her because it was
Yeah.
the state law. I think in Utah, is it?
Yeah, it's Utah.
Yeah, it was. She said that it was a state law that the threats were so severe that Utah would not let her have it.
Yeah. Like, it was a threat of security, so she had to cancel her talk. And I understand that she wants women to get into gaming, and as do I. I love games with strong female characters are fucking fun. Like,
Metroid.
yeah, like Metroid.
Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb
the
Raider.
new Tomb Raider.
Yeah, the new Tomb Raider with reduced breast size Lara
Yep.
Croft.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even care because I know the comments in Gamergate as well is like, oh, look at the women. They're so horrible. Look how they're dressed, you know. Oh, you know, to develop the story, you have to kill a female so the male can continue going on, you know, to build story. I'm like, who cares? It's a story. I don't care if a dude or a chick. I don't care who I play. I could play a tranny. As long as the story's good, gameplay's good, it doesn't matter. You know, we need to try to keep sex out of it. And I think that there are some companies that are having problems. I think there was a tournament for, what was it? I think Hearthstone that women could not enter.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, it's a card game. It's not like us men have bigger brains, so, you know, we have to make a little woman's group. No, who cares about, it's not like an athletic sport. It's not like football. I mean, why do you need to separate men and women in gaming? There's no reason why.
Yeah, it's true. I don't see any reason why. Do you know why they did that?
I do not.
Yeah, I
but-
never heard about that one.
Yeah, but they ended up making a women's category, which is dumb. I just think, just let it mix. I mean, we could play Magic. We could go down to the local card store. Are there going to be men or women? No. There's going to be, hey, come out. You know, we have draft nights. Come on out. Everybody's going to have fun, right? Why would you do men and women? It's dumb.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. That's really weird.
I can't remember the bullshit reason they gave for segregating that competition. I do remember reading that article, though, but I can't recall.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I've always loved gaming. I picked it up from my grandfather. He was the one that bought me my first Nintendo as a child when my mother would not. And for me to see this article is very sad. And even I've heard people online talking about, it's not about, you know, the journalists and stuff. I understand they're making money and stuff like that, but it's about us, the consumer. Gaming's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to come home from our jobs as cooks, as construction workers, as managers. Come home, let off some steam, have fun, go on an adventure. We shouldn't have to worry about Gamersgate.
Yeah. It's all very upsetting, but hopefully it'll blow over soon, and women will no longer want to murder men for being men and nothing more. Not viewing all men as negative all the time. But I saw a very good YouTube video by someone, and he just went and critiqued the Brianna Wu interview, like point by point, paused it, put up infographics, and all kinds of stuff. It was very interesting, and the video is called Gamergate. It's one of the top ones if you just search for Gamergate on YouTube, and his YouTube channel, and I'm gonna fuck this up, but it was Sargon of Akkad, or I don't know. I'm sure it's something that I should recognize, but I don't. But apologies for messing up your YouTube name, sir. But it's time to move on to our regularly scheduled programming, and. So, Lindsay Lohan is still suing Rockstar. That's still a thing. I thought that was going to be dealt with months ago.
Start off the Lindsay.
How the fuck is she still alive?
I don't know. But she...
How much is she suing for?
I can't even remember the fucking ridiculous number. But, she says that it's her on the disk image.
Yeah.
And the loading screen because she does the peace sign. Apparently she now holds a trademark on holding up the peace sign.
Who knew?
Even though there's a model that's come forward and showed her pay stubs from Rockstar as being the model for the game.
Well, she actually owns the rights to the peace sign as well as everybody in Japan.
I just don't fucking understand. They're like God damn it.
I'm glad to know that she's back, like, in the media, because earlier today I saw a Titanic poster, and I thought I saw Lindsay Lohan in it, so I feel like that's a Lindsay Lohan deficiency, and that I need to see stuff about her, just bullshit, stupid stuff, just to keep my, brain active.
Whenever she comes up in media, I always think of Kanye West. Because whenever either of them slip slightly out of mainstream media, they do something incredibly stupid to get headlines again.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it works for them. Kanye sells records and...
Lindsay Lohan...
She sues people?
Yeah, that's what
Lindsay
Lohan does.
I don't really know what she's up to these days, nor do
Traps
I care.
parents.
But I mean, how can you just keep, you're running against a wall. How can you keep being like, that's me. That's me on the cover. It's definitely me.
It's drugs and ego.
It's just easy money.
Yeah, if they settle, Rockstar does not seem
Yeah.
like the type of people to me that are going to settle.
No,
I think if they
they're
were
not.
going to settle, they would have settled a long time ago.
Look at Rockstar's track record. All right, they're not going to. Lindsay Lohan just needs to back off. I mean, what is she doing now? Really, what is she doing?
Snorting coke.
I haven't seen her in anything other than Rehab.
I put her with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well, at least they
really
have
do.
money.
Yeah, they have daddy, and Lindsay Lohan apparently needs money somehow. Maybe she needs to jump on board with Charlie Sheen on that TV show, Anger Management or something, whatever it is. I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah. I watched the first episode of that. Charlie Sheen was Charlie Sheen.
See, I was wondering if you meant, what she's doing, literally right now. And when you said snorting cocaine, I was like, you're probably right. As in this exact moment, maybe.
Let's see, what is it? West Coast time. It's 10:30 there.
Sounds right. Just a bump to start off her day.
I mean, it's 10:30 at night. To start off her day. What the hell is she starting her day at 10:30 at night for?
I don't know. Honestly,
She's got to be at court early.
Honestly,
in the
I'm
morning
not going to make
Rockstar.
any excuses. I didn't think about it. And that's why I said that. So
I
there
should
we
have
go.
said 22:30. My apologies.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm used to
Yeah.
military time because of you assholes.
Yeah, 12-hour time is stupid. It's not my fault.
Whatever.
I would say it, but no Americans will understand it, so it's okay.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. You made your point.
Seriously, 24-hour time. If you don't use 24-hour time, use it. It's the best.
It is.
You never get confused. You never
Doesn't
are the
fucking
one
matter.
who's like, oh, I set my alarm to PM instead of AM. You're never that person because
Just remember what
1800
PM and
doesn't
AM
look
are.
like 600. Or don't. Or
Don't
just
tell me
switch to
you've never done
24-hour.
that. Ever. You have, haven't you?
Maybe.
Yeah, you have. Everyone fucking
Absolutely
has.
Maybe once.
See, but you never have that issue on
Usually
24-hour
my only
time.
problem is sleeping through the alarm.
Yeah, well, I don't have that problem because
not
I'm an
mine.
But
adult.
I think I already mentioned on another podcast that I destroyed one alarm clock, so
Yeah, it was last week.
You
Yeah.
mean massacred?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad.
No. I'm an adult, so I just wake up to my alarm.
Oh really? I've considered getting a rooster in my room.
so it can call at dawn and you can kill it with a hatchet or something. You already murdered an alarm clock. What's going to keep you from murdering a rooster?
Yeah.
Hey, at least that
Is that
way
to make
he
fried
has
chicken?
breakfast. He's like, well, I killed a chicken, fried chicken for breakfast.
Have me over. I'll cook you
Chicken and
breakfast.
waffles. That actually sounds good right now.
That's fantastic.
Give me my
Chicken and
knives.
waffles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't get a rooster if I destroyed an alarm clock.
Also, I've decided if we ever make it and have like an office, we're going to have a Monday morning meeting, but it's going to be meating. It's just going to be like bacon and ham and sausage and, you know, maybe some
It's gonna be a
other
real
items.
sausage
So
fest.
basically,
gonna
all the
have-
breakfast meats.
Yeah, it's going to be like a meat. It's the Monday morning meeting. You got to have your meat.
I really
on
want to
Monday.
try salmon bacon.
Salmon bacon. I
Yes.
haven't had that before.
Is that just like fried smoked salmon?
No, they prepare it and cut it just like bacon, and you fry it up just like bacon.
So it's just
You
salmon shaped as bacon.
season it.
It's already
And
seasoned.
then you dry cure it. Season it, probably dry cure it, and then you probably slice it thin and cook it.
The package I
Smoke
saw,
it.
they
Chef
were
stuff.
already thinly cut and in the shape of like a strip. So I guess you just fry it up on the pan.
I love salmon, but I feel like I wouldn't like that because it has bacon in the name and it's not pork. I feel like that's why I wouldn't like it. Just like I don't like turkey bacon.
Turkey
The
bacon's
only
alright.
way I can stand turkey bacon is if you nuke it for so long that there is no moisture left in it, and
Yeah.
you can pick it up and it's still fully
No,
straight.
the only way I can send it is if it's in the trash. I don't want it at all near me.
See,
Jesus.
you
a
like
bad
your
idea.
bacon medium where it's like part chewy and part crisp.
Yeah.
I like mine all crisp but not burnt.
That's how I like mine too.
I actually prefer both. I just have to be in
Yeah.
the mood for one or the
Yeah.
other.
I also like
reason-
very thick cut bacon.
Yeah. The reason that I hate pork is because it's chewy. So I don't like my
Oh.
bacon chewy.
That makes sense.
Like pork and beans, I will put the pork aside and not eat it because pork is so fucking chewy I can't stand it.
Mm.
The only thing I like is like bacon.
Well,
Well, I mean ham, but thinly sliced.
what I'll do then is when we hit like a large milestone, which I mean large, I'll make.
Dude, a large milestone for us will be getting 10 subscribers on YouTube, so we have no
Right.
subscribers because we have no content.
What I'll do is I'll make a beer battered fried bacon strips with jalapeno goat cheese.
Alan will like it.
I had some jalapeno Cheetos earlier. They were
I did
actually
too.
pretty good.
I ate a bag of them though. I don't know if you ate that
no,
many, but I ate
no.
a full bag of
They've
them.
been sitting in the pantry since I moved in because I don't think I bought them, but they're here. And I ran out of other food today, so I was forced to eat
No,
them.
I
They're
woke
actually
up
not
and
bad.
I actually woke up before noon, and the first thing I did was I ate a bag of those.
Like a lunch size bag or like
No,
a bag size
like
bag?
a share with your friends size bag.
Jesus Christ.
share with
What
your-
the fuck is
yeah.
wrong with
What
you?
is wrong with you, Jake?
I also had 2 full like large bags of Funyuns in the room at AWA. I did. I ate a lot of Funyuns. I don't know.
Nobody would eat them but me.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
James, eat one
because-
of these, and I just.
Fuck yeah.
They smell like shit. They make your breath smell like wet shit.
You don't like Funyuns?
No, Funyuns are fucking delicious.
Yeah, they're
but they make
amazing.
your breath smell like shit.
Yeah, they're garbage, but they're delicious.
So,
I also got. My girlfriend was mad because I got Funyun crumbs on the bed, so.
you were eating in the bed like a fucking monk.
like a fucking animal. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm such a piece of shit and I know it.
Jesus.
There's such a good joke in Scrubs where not Donald Faison, Judy Reyes, who plays Donald Faison's wife in the show, she's like, last night I caught Turk trying to eat ribs during sex.
That would be me. That would really be me.
That would be so. That sounds really messy. Ribs are messy, dude. I don't know.
I
About
hate ribs. I hate ribs so much.
Dude,
Ribs
ribs
are
are
messy.
good.
Ribs
I don't
are
give a
gross.
fuck anywhere. I can be
Ugh.
sleeping. I can be like working,
James eats ribs when he's
cuddling.
sleeping.
Dude, ribs are delicious. Okay, if you get the right ribs anytime. I would be eating ribs now if I could, but I don't got no money.
That's fair. Ribs right now would be okay.
I don't
No,
like,
no, they wouldn't.
Dude, let's get some ribs. Fuck this shit.
I'm not a big fan of ribs, and I'm not a big fan of wings.
I fucking
can't stand
hate
them because
wings.
there's no meat. You have to work.
Okay.
So
Actually,
much.
no.
I have to
Alan, there's a
disagree with
trick.
both of you.
There is a trick.
Wings
You
are
you
delicious.
twist off the cartilage
Yeah,
and
you
then
just
you
have to eat
pull the
90 of
bones
them.
out, and it's boneless wings. That's the
That's-
only way I can eat them.
I have
After I
wings
found that
every
out, I'm like, oh
Saturday
well, I
night.
can eat wings now.
I
You know-
leave the restaurant. I go to Taco Mac. I get 10 wings. Every
For what?
Saturday
$10?
night. I fucking don't know.
Taco Mac.
It's like one of the few places that are open, and I don't want like. Damn
I just
Waffle
show
House.
up with a blank check and I'm like, 10 wings, please.
But I mean, I understand. Like, a lot of places are now doing boneless buffalo wings, and which is pretty much just chicken breast breaded. It's not
Yeah.
the actual wing meat.
Yeah.
In which, to me, I think the wing meat is better. I mean, it's darker meat. You know, white meat doesn't have the flavor as dark meat. That's why I like wings. And yeah, there is less meat, but I don't eat a lot. I don't, so I can get maybe 6
do.
wings and be good. You know, even though they're small, I get some fries. I get fries, you know, and like a couple.
Jesus, brain broke. I get 4 hours.
You
Running
know,
on fumes.
but to me, it's more flavor. But, I mean, I've done stuff where I've deboned a leg and the thigh and stuffed it. Doesn't have the flavor as meat or a bone-in would.
My lips are gonna touch this microphone at some point. And it's gonna be like we kissed. Nope, not doing it. Nope, no. Anyways,
Kiss them before this is over.
wings are awesome. That's all I have to say.
Nah.
Wings are fantastic. You just have to eat 90 of them.
There's too much effort, man.
Well,
I'd
after
rather
you
get
eat 90,
legs,
you're
thighs,
full.
or
It's
breasts,
fine.
man. Legs, thighs, or breasts is the way to go.
I was getting the Baron over here. Let's see how many he can do.
Of a wing competition, he wins just by looking at them. So I was really excited this week because HBO Go next year is going to be offered outside of cable packaging.
Oh yeah, it's going to be offered independently for a monthly rate.
Yeah.
That
Although
sounds
we don't know the
amazing.
rate yet.
It'll probably be $10 or $12 a month, which
That's
I'll
so
be
worth it.
more than happy to pay.
People-
Yeah, worth it.
God damn. People, I think, would pay upwards of like $15 a month for that.
Probably, and that might be what they charge. But
Yep.
to add it on to your cable package is $7.99. So they're thinking somewhere in the $10 to $12 range.
Yeah.
I've heard $9.99 all the way up to $11.99. But if
That's a
it's
really
within that
good
range,
idea.
I'd still get it.
Yeah.
I mean, they may
absolutely.
have to go more expensive than that because they have cable contracts.
Yeah.
But doing that, they are fucking giving the cable companies the fucking shaft because a lot of people right now are leaving cable because it's just too damn expensive. It's
Yeah.
too bloated. It's too full of shit that no one wants.
Well,
yeah,
now
and,
there's
and people
Hulu
are
and
getting tired of
Netflix.
Comcast being dicks.
Yeah.
They are an evil company, but yeah, Hulu and Netflix are a thing now. So, I mean,
I'm not going to say it.
Hulu
What?
Nope.
was it involving
You
Hulu?
don't like Hulu?
Was it how you
I
hate Hulu?
Hulu?
I know you hate Hulu.
I hate it
It's-
so much.
I
I'm
mean-
not gonna lie. I partially said Hulu because I knew you'd hate it.
I mean,
I
why
wanted
am
you to
I
rant.
paying a monthly rate for something that still shows me commercials?
They've answered that. It's because, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
See, I
But-
would never pay for Hulu.
I mean, it
They
may
mentioned 2 years ago that they were planning on releasing a new plan that was ad-free, but after running the numbers, it was way too expensive. Because they have new content, which I understand they have new
is
content, it's more expensive,
Yeah.
but
I would be-
offer
I would
an
probably-
ad-free
yeah,
experience,
I would
even if it's
still be willing.
$20 a month.
Yeah, I would be willing
Offer
to pay
it.
that. That's what we pay to host on Libsyn.
Yeah.
So I would be more than willing to pay that for Hulu, for an ad-free
Yeah.
Hulu experience. And even like YouTube stuff is getting kind of bad. Like
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
people are putting
They're putting ads in between.
yeah,
Like, every 5 minutes, you'll see that tiny little yellow strip, and
Yep.
you're like, ah,
it's
fuck.
an ad. Yep, that you're
Yep.
gonna have to sit through or click
Yep.
skip ad. And a lot of times I turn on YouTube videos, like longer YouTube videos, like Let's Plays and Twitch streams, and I'll go play games on my second monitor, and then I have to switch over or grab my mouse and go over and find the skip ad button and click it. But like the Minecraft Let's Play this week for Achievement Hunter, there were like 3 fucking ads in that video. I was like,
Good
that's
God.
excessive. I understand like 2 maybe, but at this point I think they're getting a little bit greedy. Unless
Yeah.
it was just a misplacement or something, I think if that's going to be a regular thing, it's going to start pissing me off because I pay for the sponsorship for Rooster Teeth, and I went to their website. I like to watch stuff on their website because it's ad free. But they, at least for the Minecraft Let's Play, when I watch it on Friday night, which it gets released on Friday, so maybe it's not up on their servers or something. Maybe they're having some technical issue, but it just linked straight to the YouTube video, so I had to watch all the ads anyway.
Huh. That's weird.
They do that sometimes, but I mean, I don't know if it's just because their servers take a little bit of time to update or something. I don't know, but it's just kind of like,
it might just default to that if it can't find it in their server, it'll just redirect you to YouTube.
Yeah.
So that might be the reason why.
Would you rather ads that interrupt the video, or would you rather like subtle product placement in every video?
There are some people, like Fluffy Talks, he puts little ads in the bottom of the window.
Yeah.
Not only does he do
fine.
that, but he, like sometimes, like for the first 60 seconds or so, he'll just talk about a product.
Yeah, it's basically an ad read. He
Yeah.
does an ad read at the opening of his video sometimes, but that's much better than having my video interrupted
Yeah. Yep.
2 to 3 times while I'm watching it. And I've seen people that have 4 or 5 markers. If it's a really long program,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen 4 or 5 ad markers in the timeline. And I'm just like, that's just stupid.
NCIX does it as well. Like, they have a really quick, like, 15-second thing talking about an ASUS product or something like that.
Yeah, that's what Linus
and then
does too.
it just goes right back to the video. I don't mind that. That's fine.
Yeah. But
Because you can skip it.
Yeah.
Because it's in the video.
yeah, Linus always does that too.
I haven't noticed that. I know on YouTube, it used to be big doing that, but I haven't seen it on YouTube lately. Like, I've been watching the Rocket Jump podcast,
Yeah.
and that's really long. That's like an hour, I think.
I think it depends on the channel. Like,
I mean, I guess
They
So
can
the
set it
channels
up.
control it. Where,
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Freddie Wong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, he's so funny. But I mean, it just depends on how much you want to capitalize. Like this video, I'm starting the company with ads. We're having ads on every video. At the beginning of the video, there's going to be an advertisement because I'm not going to be accused of selling out later. I'm just going to sell out now. That
Might as
way,
well.
no one can go back and be like, your earlier videos didn't even have ads. You sell out. And I'm like, nope, I sold out from the beginning. Fuck off.
Well, no, people need to understand. This is a business for you. You are trying to start a business. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is fun, but this is a business for you.
Yeah, investors
trying
aren't
to make
going
money.
to give us money, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you're still trying to stay faithful to everybody. You're
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. People don't like it. Peace.
Sell your soul. Totally sell out right now. Don't worry about the art. It doesn't matter. No integrity, no nothing. Let's just jump to the dark side now.
Did you hear that Bill Murray is getting his own Christmas special?
Oh, God.
Fuck. Yes.
And he said there's not really, at least right now, there's no structure to it. Although it's going to have various members of, like, I guess people he's familiar with doing Christmas carols.
I have a new Christmas tradition.
What's that, watching the Bill Murray Christmas
Yeah.
special?
Yeah, that's
Every
fucking awesome.
Christmas now.
Bill Murray is so awesome.
I can't wait to see what he comes up with. But it's really close, so I wonder how long it's going to be. Like, it's really close, unless he's going to release it, like, in July as a joke.
Wait,
I don't
you mean your Christmas tradition of working every Christmas? Because I'm going to break it this year. I'm going to break it.
You're not
Just
working?
like Thanksgiving.
You broke Thanksgiving?
I'm not going to work Thanksgiving. This is the first year I'm going to have off, dude.
Nice.
14 years.
Jesus
Bill Murray's gonna come
Christ.
in right after that shit about the elf that wants to be a dentist. Right after that, it's gonna be Bill Murray. Every
God,
year
what
now.
is that fucking song? The Island of Misfit Toys or some shit?
Oh yeah, that's a good
yeah.
one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got like the fucking yo-yo with a razor blade on it
I
or
don't
whatever.
know who the fuck wrote that, but god damn it, that movie is so fucked up.
It's really
As far as
bad.
Christmas movies go, it's fucked up.
I love that movie, but it's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like all those old, like, 60s, 70s?
1860s.
No.
Yes, 1860s.
Stop
Yeah.
motion Christmas.
Those are the best.
Yeah, those are so awesome.
They're all amazing.
Have you ever seen All of the Other Reindeer?
Yes.
God, I love
No, I
that
have
movie.
not.
It's
So
so
good,
good.
Josh.
I have turned
I
that
can
off
tell by
every
the
single
volume
time
of
I've
your
seen
voice.
it. I remember when it first came out, and I was like, "Fuck this!"
It's so good. It's like the best Christmas movie. And
I loved it.
The drawing is really like the actual characters look all fucked, like they have a bunch of tumors in their faces.
Yeah, it's definitely
But-
looks like hand-drawn characters.
But totally worth watching. Like the best movie ever, maybe. Like Citizen Kane, all of the other
Move
reindeer.
over.
Yeah.
Move over, Citizen Kane. Oliver the reindeer.
I remember our 6th grade teacher made us watch that movie, and I was like, this movie's gonna suck dick. And then I was like, this is fucking awesome. Granted, I haven't seen it in like
Which one?
a decade.
Or all of...
No, all of the other reindeer.
Yeah,
I'm not watching fucking Citizen Kane. Fuck that.
You
Movie's
didn't watch
boring as
Citizen
shit,
Kane?
dude.
We were forced to watch Citizen
Really?
Kane in high school.
Sucks for you.
Yeah, I never watched it.
It was
either,
great.
So.
It's by far the best film of all time.
You're so full of shit.
Yeah,
Even
you're
better
right. It
than
was boring
Seven
as shit.
Samurai?
It was still a very interesting and good story, but it's not as
I feel
good
like
as
it's dated
been hyped
though.
up.
I feel like it's kind of
No,
like
no,
dated.
it's not.
No?
No, because you haven't watched it, so you don't fucking know.
It's like The Breakfast Club though. That movie doesn't hold
It's
up.
black and white. It's dated.
No, that's not the case. I love Clerks.
Rosebud. It's dated.
No, I feel like talked away from the microphone, but I feel like that story has been told like a lot of times now.
Well, yeah. It's an old fucking movie.
Yeah. It's
So
dated.
of course it's going to be talked about.
It's dated
How is it dated?
because it was made.
So
That date.
oh, okay. So you're saying it's an old movie.
Yeah.
Did
Of
you
course it's an old movie.
When he brought up black and white movies, did you say Clerks?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
brought up
of
a
course.
90s movie?
Hey,
Yeah, it's
Clerks
black
is
and white.
fantastic.
Clerks is one of my favorite movies. It's amazing. I love Kevin Smith's work. I just saw Tusk, by the way, not long ago. Fantastic.
It's black and white though, yeah.
Well, not Tusk, but Clerks, yes.
Yeah.
But
So
It's a-
it counts.
it's
also,
dated. It's
Citizen
old.
Kane is really well written, but yeah, it's slow. It's very slow.
It is slow, but it is a good story.
And I could fall asleep during it, maybe. But it's also a really good story.
The Simpsons made fun of it. Simpsons did it.
No.
I love the fucking Peter wrap up on Family Guy of Citizen Kane. He's like, Rosebud, it's the name of the sleigh. There, I just saved you 2 boopless hours.
No. You need to see Seven Samurai.
Fuck that.
That
Oh
is an
my
old,
god, I am not watching
so
a
long
30-hour
intermission.
movie.
No, the intermission is seriously 30 minutes. I watched it on Netflix. 'Cause,
They included the intermission?
Yes.
Does nothing happen during the intermission? Just an intermission across the screen?
A person from the theater told me to watch it. He's like, I know you love old Asian films.
Yeah, like,
And I was like, well, what do you mean old? You know, like, I like old, like kung fu, you know, mouth doesn't, you know, match the words. And he's like, watch it. I watched it. It was good. Good. But, a Christmas movie I know you guys won't watch, and I found out about this last year. Santa's Sleighs.
No, I will not watch
Starring Bill Goldberg as Santa Claus killing people. Greatness.
I
would
still
watch
say
that
that the
now.
best Christmas movie of all time is Die Hard.
That's up there.
It's
It's a
definitely
really good Christmas movie.
it's definitely number 1, is what you meant.
that. Alan Rickman stole the
Christmas
spotlight on that
Story.
movie. That was fantastic.
I
I
don't
like
know,
the
it
Santa
takes a
Claus.
lot, like a lot of people, because that movie came out, Alan Rickman was nothing.
Yeah.
So if you go back, if you talk to people and you're like, oh yeah, Alan Rickman, and they're like, who? And they're like, oh yeah, Harry Potter, Snape. And then you're like, oh yeah, he was the bad guy in Die Hard. They're like, oh my god, he was the bad guy in Die
Yeah,
Hard.
he was
Like,
Hans Gruber.
He kind of got glossed over. He
Yeah.
had an excellent, excellent performance, but he just kind of got glossed over because of Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear Alan Rickman, I think of him in Dogma.
God, that was such a good movie.
Oh my
too.
god. He was in Dogma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was very good in that too.
He didn't have genitals.
Yeah. No, that was actually him.
Oh, yeah, right. That was actually him.
Alan Rickman is a Ken doll. That wasn't makeup.
One day there's just going to be 2 Alan Rickmans here reproduces butt pudding.
Ew. pelvic thrust butting.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Santa Claus. Only the first one. The other 2 don't exist.
Yeah,
No.
the first one was very good.
You don't want to see him fight off Jack Frost?
No. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I
No.
wonder, didn't I hear rumors that they're making another one?
God, I hope not. That's so fucking awful.
Is it a
Why?
Home Improvement crossover too, where he like
Alan-
fixes shit?
I don't think so, because the third one did so poorly at
Yeah,
the
it
box
did
office.
really
I hope
bad.
not. I love Tim Allen.
I really
love Tim Allen.
I really like Tim Allen too.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't care. He's in shitty movies, but I like him a lot. I love that stupid little shit that he does.
Yeah.
Like Home Improvement, it's a fucking good show.
It is. I don't know how I watched it as a kid, because
It was good.
I don't think I could stand it now. I really don't.
He just needs to stop and just either fade out or continue doing small things like he did in Chimpanzees.
Did you hear that he was like a drug mule or something before he got into acting?
Yeah, no, he has a criminal record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I
bad.
think he got stopped.
Isn't
at
he
an
a
airport.
comedian? Of course he's a drug mule. I mean, look at Bob Saget.
That's true. That's true. No, Tim Allen, he's cool, but like I almost can't excuse all the shitty things he's done. Like his movies are so bad. Did you see Wild Hogs?
Ugh.
Yeah, that
yeah,
almost
I'm sorry.
that
but
almost ruined Scrubs for me.
If Disney offered me a role in their
'cause John
movie,
Cena
of
comes-
course I
Yes.
would take it.
He played such
Yeah.
a small role in that, and his role was actually really funny. Like that was
His
like
role
the best
was
part
pretty
of the
funny.
movie.
It wasn't quite a saving grace, but it was funny.
Yeah. I
What's
don't know,
that-
like, I don't know, because when I go watch movies, a lot of the times, like, even if people say it's awful, I'll still think it's okay. Like, there are very few movies, like, if I've been misled, I'll fucking hate it. Like, Drive. Do you ever see Drive?
There was no driving in that fucking movie.
Yeah, they made it out to be like, it was like an action trailer. And then it turns out it was a talking movie, so I couldn't even pay attention. I was
Yeah.
just so pissed off.
I don't know.
couldn't even-
so
I
many people
hated
were
it.
upset about that movie.
There was I think there was an entire state that was trying to sue that film
Yeah.
company because of
Really?
false advertising. Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually I'm kind of picky about movies, so I typically I definitely don't agree with all critics, but you know I'm typically kind of in that mass opinion with stuff. But Grown Ups, I will say I fucking loved.
Grown Ups.
Hated it.
I fucking loved Grown Ups.
It
Grown
was
Ups
so
2,
funny.
awful. But Grown Ups, the original, was very funny. I liked
Apparently,
it a lot.
Adam Sandler went out of his way to see Shaq's penis.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was. We were talking about that the other day. Like he has this alleged story.
Well, yeah, it was also building up to a punchline, so I'm not sure
Yeah.
if it was true. But I mean, that'd be a cool story, right?
No.
Like, hey, guess what? I
No.
saw Shaq's penis.
Good for you.
No, a good story about Shaq would be, I saw him hit a free throw. That would be a great story.
I saw there was some contest the other day where you could play basketball with Shaq or something.
For what? $20,000?
No, it was like a contest.
Oh.
Cereal box probably.
Oh, like the prize was that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
That's a shitty prize.
Shaq or somebody. It may have been somebody else. I am not familiar with anyone except for like the
Michael
5
Jordan.
largest names that
Was
come
it
out of
Babe
the
Larry
Ruth?
Bird.
Babe Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
Mickey-
fucking Babe
Mickey
Ruth.
Mantle.
That was Derek Jeter.
Also, I just want to say that my bottom lip did touch this microphone. And,
Lick it.
Well,
Lick your
now you're
bottom lip.
fucked.
yeah, I'm pretty grossed out right now.
Yeah, you're fucked.
We kissed.
You're gonna die in weeks, dude. It's Ebola. Speaking of Ebola, we just read that it moved into Ohio, so there's that.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
It's now been in what, 3 states?
I would say
Or-
technically
Or
two.
4? 3?
Texas and Ohio, right? What else is there?
No, where was that?
I don't count Georgia
Or
because
was that lady? Was it the nurse in Texas that flew to Boston and back?
Oh shit, yeah, it was.
So it's been in Massachusetts, but I don't know if anybody. I mean, there's no one who's showing symptoms anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yet,
that
there's
happened.
a 21-day incubation period, so who knows? But
It's been more than 21 days, though, hasn't it?
since she rode on the plane, I don't know. I thought it was less than that.
Yeah, I thought
it's
it was
only
like
been
a month.
Oh, I thought it's only been like 2 weeks. Maybe I'm just losing track of time in my mind at the same time.
Well, everything's been. I know we talked about this one night. I still feel sometimes like I'm in a daze since AWA.
Yeah. Ever since I'm convinced that I died in a car crash on the way back from AWA, and this has all been a dream. At least I've gotten back my bearings now, but at least for like the 2 weeks after that convention, I had totally lost touch with reality for
Yeah.
some reason.
No, the same thing happened to me, and it was really weird.
Alan,
Like,
I honestly don't think your brain would put forth that much effort.
No,
To-
it would to protect me from dying. Like if I'm in a coma somewhere,
This much
it's
detail?
created a false reality.
I don't think so.
I feel like you'd have one
That's
of
too
those
much
little
effort.
like ball bouncy games. That would
Like
just.
a brick
It's called
breaker.
Pong, you
that's,
fuck.
that's how much.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
13.
All these young people nowadays.
No, I was thinking brick
You know what a
breaker.
wrench is?
That's also what I was thinking. Actually, I didn't mean Pong.
You
I
mean
meant
Breakout?
Dude, brick breaker.
that. Yeah, I'm at that.
All those games, Javanoid.
It's all the
Break
same
Break.
I
fucking
feel like
game.
you'd have a really simple like arcade game just going in a coma. That
Snake.
would just be your entertainment.
That's
the
my
entire time.
brain is only capable of 8 bits when it's on. Like, when
You're
it's-
like, this is how I protect your sanity.
I'd be okay with that. I'll just play Mario. And Duck Hunt. Ooh, Duck Hunt.
yeah, but Duck Hunt is fine for like 30 seconds. because
Negative.
It's so easy. There's no point in playing it. I get bored so
What do you mean?
easily.
No, it's easy when you walk up to the screen and just do that.
Now, my friend had one of the projecty ones. He projected on the wall. We just
That's
used to
also
shoot every
cheating. That's
duck.
also like walking up to the screen and doing that.
Why?
Because it's such a big fucking image.
Yeah, it's true.
No, you have to play on a 7-inch TV that's like 4 feet away from you. Then you get good at Duck Hunt.
Fuck that. His dog hated that gun so much that we just used to play with it
It's
around
so
him. We'd be like,
fucking
it was so funny.
loud.
Yeah, I know.
You know parents hated the shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink,
Yeah.
clink, 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 clink.
I still
was
have
so
mine. It
loud.
works perfectly fine.
His dog chewed up the end of
Oh.
his. It was pretty gnarly the last time I saw it, which was like over a decade ago.
So the dog won.
Yes, the dog won Duck Hunt. He ate the gun.
That's good.
I can't believe my NES still works. That thing was made in like 1985.
My uncle told me a story of his NES where he was playing Top Gun or something. And he lost and he raged and he punched the NES and it started sparking and smoking all over the
shit.
place. So he just ran outside and threw it in the garbage can. Like that console had such an awesome ending. Like I've never heard of
Yeah.
an NES basically exploding. All the connections were shorting so badly it was shooting out sparks.
I've seen a PlayStation 2, but that was because of my final when I modded my PlayStation 2 and somebody switched the wiring. So when I turned it
Ooh.
on, caught on fire in class.
Or that time my friend dumped Fanta Orange into my brand new Xbox 360 Elite.
I remember that.
God, I was so pissed.
Was it you, Alan?
No,
Nah.
it was not him.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
It was one of our friends that lives far away now.
Yeah.
I was really hoping the Xbox One would have spark shooting out of it just all the time. I wanted
Like
I,
sparklers built into
yeah,
Wasn't
it.
I
it,
wanted bells and whistles.
Wasn't
Literal
that,
bells and whistles.
Wasn't that Elite okay though?
That's
Like, it
the
didn't
that's
suffer
the
any
America
permanent
version,
damage?
Jay.
Wasn't that Elite okay though? It didn't suffer any permanent
Oh,
damage?
no. Cause, he mostly got it on the fan, so it just pulled it back up and threw it back into the room.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
funny.
all over my fucking carpet.
Uh-huh.
God, I miss those days when we used to have like,
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
they were not LAN parties, but we used to go so we would all be on the same connection.
you guys,
And play on the
you guys
internet.
came to my apartment and played, or my basement.
Yeah.
Those
Yep.
were the days.
This
Stay
all
up.
happened before I was born, by the way.
Yeah, stayed up
Yeah,
till,
before you were born.
like 5 to 8 in the morning, just playing
Damn
Halo 3
food.
all
Go to Walmart.
night.
we would get off work at 10 or so, go over to my house, and then be up all night, and then go back and work, say, 10:30 to 6 the next day.
Yep.
I remember that one time you had so many caffeine drinks in your system that you're like, my hand's shaking and I don't know why, but I can't
Yeah,
stop it.
For future reference, don't mix 5-hour energy shots with, full throttle. And then 2 hours later, drink a Red Bull, cause that's not good for you.
Then you almost died on the way home anyway, didn't you?
I almost fell asleep. Honestly, I remember getting into my car, and the next thing I knew, I was in my bed. I'm like, I don't know how I got here. It was awful. I've never been up that long before. I was up for 34 hours straight, and when I went to sleep, I woke up 16 hours later. That was a good night, though. Tyler fell asleep. He hit his head on the horn while he was driving.
No, he got woken up by Boston one time because he fell asleep at the wheel multiple times. But
Oh.
that Boston song, I think it's More Than a Feeling, where it starts off really slow and then comes in with a really heavy intro. He was driving, and then it was that slow part and he fell asleep, and then it was the loud part and it woke him up, and I was like, you owe Boston your life. I don't care if you don't like them, because he's not a big Boston fan, but I was like, you owe them your life, so I mean, you're kind of in debt to them.
Buy all their albums.
I was like, what do you consider your life worth? Because you owe them that much money.
Hey, it can happen again when you guys get your own place. it can happen
Yeah.
again.
Oh, so further development for those who may or may not care. We're actually looking at another property now that will hopefully get. God,
We
damn,
have to wait a few
It's been
hours.
such an ordeal. Yeah, we're supposed to know tomorrow morning, which I won't be awake for because that's
Nope.
7 hours from now. But, yeah, hopefully we had another house that we put a bid on, and yet again it was stolen from us. And so hopefully this property works out well for us.
Yep, because it's exactly what we want. We get to pick and choose what we want, so.
Yeah, hopefully it'll work out, and we'll talk more about it.
Josh just grabbed my hand.
What the fuck?
He's grabbed
Oh,
my hand.
because he was stretching. Josh is playing handsies behind Jay. You guys want to hold hands behind Jay's
Well,
back?
handsies behind Jay and footsie with Jay earlier.
Jesus.
This is all the shit that happens like on Alan's bed that you don't normally get to see during the podcast.
It's late at night, Alan. I don't know what you want.
Anyways,
But we'll definitely talk about it more
you
as
guys
the
have
process
gotten
moves
royally fucked over looking for a house, like constantly.
forward. Our realtor says she's never seen anything like what we've gone through. Like, she's like, this is incredibly new to me. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, the housing market has bent you over and fucked you
Yeah.
so hard.
In the
true.
anus.
Yeah.
Not in any other orifice.
You're not the only person. I know my friend Megan. She's had the same problem as you guys. She just gave up and just bought a new car.
Fuck it, car it
No, I'm
is.
You
not
live in a
doing that.
car.
We're gonna have a studio. Hopefully,
Yeah, studios.
if all goes according to plan, we'll have a studio in late
8
December.
years.
Late December.
Late December.
If all goes according to plan, we'll see as the process moves forward over the next.
And nothing
Several
has
weeks.
so far. So.
Yeah.
We're still just in talks right now about the property, so we'll see. But yeah, I guess that's about all we have for this week. Anybody
Yep.
else have anything they want to wrap up with?
Nah.
I almost hit a deer.
On the way here?
Oh no, this was like a week ago.
Oh,
It's not really
okay.
relevant anymore.
Just for the people who are watching that are going to be competing against me at the chili cook-off.
Cock off.
Cock-off, yeah. I'm coming for you, and I'm going to win.
What if you came on them?
That's what I was gonna say. Fuck
Even
you.
worse.
I don't have my own microphone, you asshole.
Perks of having your own microphone. So purchase an
yeah.
XLR microphone if you want your own.
Yeah.
We'll purchase one together, Jay.
No, I'm done sharing a microphone. I'm gonna go get a microphone and I'm never gonna let anyone look at it ever.
That thing cost me like $30, so I mean,
I don't want a $30 one. I want one of those.
one of these.
A nice
Good luck finding
$70 XLR
Yeah,
microphone.
so just so everybody knows, I will at some point be getting a microphone.
Yes, we are going to get a microphone.
But I made the
No.
executive decision as we were sitting here that this is now going to be an hour-long podcast. So if it was too long for you, then, you know, fuck yourself. It's fine. I don't care. So, you know, I guess that's about all we have for this week. We run for about an hour. So,
Yeah.
Tune in next
we
week.
never
when
really,
we,
we never really introduced ourselves. So,
I'm Jay.
It was a given.
Jay stole it. Jay stole the intro.
Yeah. Fuck
Spotlight.
off, man.
Now no one's gonna ever know who we are because
Yep.
I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me either. Out of spite.
So if you want to get in touch with us, hit us up on Twitter at NadsNation. You can visit our website, which right now only features our podcasts, but there are more features coming soon. And, you know, next week we'll have another episode. We'll be doing the same shit we are now, hopefully in the same format, because I like this setup a lot.
And I'm Jay.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Cut to black.